Tesla Supercharger network hit a record for single-day consumption. Tesla's Supercharger network hit a record single-day energy consumption the weekend after Thanksgiving, meaning that more electric vehicle EV drivers were able to use the chargers in one day than ever before. The supercharging network reached a peak single-day consumption of 12 gigawatt-hours on Saturday, November 30th, as confirmed over the weekend by Max de Zegher, Tesla's director of North American charging, in a post on X. The news came in response to some of de Zegher's insights on recent price reductions in the Supercharger network. And as the company has been rolling out access to the network to the first non-Tesla brands throughout this year, Tesla Supercharger network leads U.S. toward 2030 charging goal. Tesla Supercharger pricing updates, build-out ramp, faster charging, non-Tesla EV access. As for Supercharger pricing, de Zegher outlined two goals for Tesla. Following discussion on X, highlighting that prices seem to have dropped in both Europe and the US in recent weeks. Price low to accelerate EV adoption. We pass on cost efficiencies. Be financially sustainable to invest in the network. Growing dependable freedom to travel. Tesla has been ramping up the production and deployment of its superchargers over the last several years. The company reached its 60,000th individual supercharger stall worldwide in October, after surpassing 50,000 stalls just over a year earlier last September. Supercharger deployment also seems to have continued at a steady pace this year, despite layoffs affecting the charging team in April. Tesla later walked back some of the layoffs, even going on to rehire de Zegher. Earlier during the month of April, Tesla said that its prefabricated supercharger units now take just 4 days from production to delivery and installation. Last month, de Zegher reiterated the advantages of prefab superchargers, primarily including that it makes installation more quick, higher quality, and more affordable, while those savings were being passed on to the drivers. The never-ending hunt for efficiency matters to accelerate the transition to EVs, de Zegher wrote in a post on X. This is what shows up on site. Traditional build with excavations left versus pre-assembled superchargers right. In addition to the overall network build-out, Tesla officially announced plans to start rolling out V4 supercharger cabinets in 2025, after beginning to roll V4 charging stalls throughout much of last year. The upgraded cabinets will give drivers charging at V4 stalls access to the higher charging speeds of up to 500 kilowatts for the Cybertruck, or 1.2 megawatts for Tesla Semi offered by V4 supercharger stalls. Although Tesla hinted at this a few months ago, with trials of faster charging speeds at select superchargers, the news has been highly anticipated for years and will soon become a reality. Tesla has also been working on improvements to the supercharger network, including the build-out of more pull-through charging sites for vehicles that are towing, as well as making it easier to filter for these sites on the vehicle's navigation system. Last month, the company also said it was aiming to make stall availability more accurate than ever, along with increasing long supercharging cables, modifying stations to avoid blocked stalls from non-Tesla EVs with different charge ports, and pushing manufacturers to follow Tesla's port locations. In addition, the improvements come as non-Tesla EV brands including Ford, Rivian, General Motors GM, Volvo, Polestar, and recently Nissan can now charge at supercharging stations in North America using an NACS adapter. Although the added EV brands will increase congestion at charging sites, Tesla's efforts to implement improvements to existing sites and to continue building out the network will likely be felt by Tesla and non-Tesla EV owners alike, and it should definitely continue to help accelerate EV adoption. Source: reposted and summarized from Zachary Visconti at teslarati.